everybody? It's your girl, Ayana, also known as Yana from Immeasurable. Look, y'all get in here real quick. I'm not going to be in here in a long time, but y'all know I got a story for y'all. And y'all know my stories be funny. Y'all know they be funny. So y'all got to get in here because something happened today, and I'm going to share with y'all. But I also got a good revelation with it. So y'all know me. Whenever I see these things happen, and I get a word, I'm going to give it to y'all. So y'all get on in here. If you're watching, please go ahead and click that share button, y'all. We need to get people in here because I want as many people in here as possible to hear this because this is good. So, if you're watching the replay, look, make sure that you click that share button too. And if you're watching on YouTube, just make sure that you subscribe. That's all I ask for you to do. Subscribe to my channel and so more people know about me. But anyway, y'all, this is what happened. Okay, so I ended up having to make a stop at the emergency room today, right? And y'all know in the emergency room, y'all waiting, there's always going to be somebody in there. It's going to be somebody in there cutting the food, you know? So while I was waiting, right, I was watching this family. It was a Caucasian family. It was a lady and her husband and her son. His name was Billy, y'all never forget, because she called Billy a couple of times. So what happened was, I guess Billy had been waiting for a while, so Billy got hungry. So mom decided to go to the vending machine to get some chips so Billy could have something to eat while they were waiting to see the doctor or whatever. And what happened was, I think Billy wanted the Cheetos because I saw the one he was pointing at. But what happened was, the one that was, I guess, under it, mom kind of hit the wrong thing and the wrong thing came out. So she just took whatever came. And Billy got upset. Billy was mad. That's not what he wanted. So mom started walking back over to the chair where dad was. And Billy decides to stand there at the vending machine and lay on the floor and start walling and acting crazy. Y'all know how kids do sometimes these days. So, excuse me. So Billy was acting up. And mom, she looked at him and she ignored him. She went back and sat down. Her and her husband were having a conversation. And they literally paid no attention to Billy. So I guess after she got tired of everybody watching and looking at her like, what y'all gonna do? She turned around. She looked at Billy. She never raised her voice. She said, Billy, get up off the floor, Billy. At this point, Billy is kicking, acting crazy, right? And I'm laughing. I'm in the corner laughing, right? I'm like, okay, mom, what you gonna do? Because Billy is really trying to show up and show out on you right now. So she continues to ignore Billy. And her and her husband are still having a conversation. Her husband ain't changed his composure. He ignoring Billy, she ignoring Billy. And everybody else is worried about what she's going to do with Billy. So mom looks at Billy again and kept the same monotone, never raised her voice, never changed her facial expressions. She never changed her attitude, her composure. Same monotone. She looked at Billy and she said, Billy, now didn't I tell you to get up off the floor? Billy's still kicking, y'all. So she goes back and continues her conversation with dad. So at this point, people are still watching to see what's going to happen. So she keeps talking. And we're looking like, okay, mom, Billy is causing a scene. What are you going to do? Because he's like disrupting the place. So I guess she noticed everybody watching. And she was not bothered at all about what Billy was doing. Because she's been here before. You know, you can tell this is what she go through. So for the last time, she looked over at Billy. She said, Billy, didn't I tell you to get up and get off the floor? She said, 1, 2, 3. When this Caucasian lady said 3, let me tell you something. Billy jumped up off that floor and sat in that chair beside her and her husband so fast, you would have thought she had got up and beat the skin off of Billy. I mean, Billy was crying. He was sitting in that chair. He was huffing and puffing. I mean, he was so mad that mom counted to 3. And I'm looking and I'm saying to myself, this woman didn't scream. She didn't jack him up. When she got to 3, Billy knew what time it was. And then he was crying so bad, she looked at Billy. She didn't even give him the look. You know how our black mamas, they give us the look and we know to shut up. She didn't even give him the look, y'all. She looked at Billy. She said, Billy, shut your mouth. And Billy, you know how you do that thing, like, you got the sniffles? Boy, if Billy didn't straighten up so quick, them tears dried him. He sniffling like Like mama was about to get him. I mean, y'all, Billy got himself together like quick. Do you hear me? When I said quick, Billy got himself together quick. And what that showed me is that mom did not wait until she got out in public to handle Billy. You see what I'm saying? Mom made preparations at home in private because she already knew what Billy was going to take her in public. Woo-hoo! Preach, y'all, preach. Let me tell you, y'all missed that. When you know where God is trying to take you, you start making preparations in private for where you know God is getting ready to elevate you to in public. Good God Almighty, y'all. Woo! The problem is some of us want to lay down in the floor and we want to wallow and we want to cry just like Billy, all because we don't want to be elevated to the next level. Good God Almighty, y'all. Preach, y'all, preach. Some of us would rather lay down on the floor because it's easy right here. It's safe right here. It's fun right here, y'all. We ain't got to do much. See, when you get up and stand up on your own 2 feet and do like you're supposed to, you got to face those people that's going to talk about you. Come on, somebody. You got to face your fear. You got to face the part in you that don't want to do it. You got to face being afraid. You got to face not wanting to own up to who you know God has called you to be. You got to face trying something new. You got to face failing. You got to face falling on your face over and over again and getting it right. You got to face those people that you know who laughing at you. You got to face those people who you know are waiting on you to fail. You have to face change, y'all. Good God Almighty. You have to face change. And what was so ironic about it was that mom never, ever lost her composure. And you know why? Because she had already been there, y'all. She prepared time and time again. And she prepared so much that Billy already knew when mom get to 3, if you don't get your behind up off that floor, it's going to be me and you. See, when you make preparations at home, you already know where God going to take you. You already know you just got to follow God. You just got to stay there. You just got to follow God. You ain't even got to think about it. But the problem is so many of us don't want to get into that place because it's hard in that place. We got to work hard. We got to push hard. We got to do some things that we never thought we could do. We got to face some things that we never thought we can face. Come on, somebody. God has been telling you to go to that next level. You don't need no confirmations. You done had enough confirmations. How many more confirmations do you want? Mama had knew. She had already prepared herself. She knew what was expected of her. Billy knew what was expected of him. Time and time again. Mama ain't need no confirmations. You don't need no more confirmation. God done told you this time and time again. You done wasted 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. To now then went to 10 years. To now then went to 20 years. And you're still saying, God, I ain't ready yet. And God is saying, well, when you going to be ready? Because while you ain't ready, you losing out. You losing out. Good God Almighty, y'all. Come on now. Come on, somebody. I'm going to preach that thing one day. Come on, somebody. You got to make preparations to where you know God is trying to elevate you to, y'all. Come on, man. Man, Billy was so mad at his mama. Them chips that he wanted, she didn't get. So he was upset. And just like us, we want to be elevated to that next level. But we want to do it on our own terms. See, just like Billy, he didn't get the chips that he wanted. So he thought he was just going to lay down on the floor and he was going to do what he wanted to do. And just like so many of us, God has called us. He has given us a calling. But that ain't the calling we want. We want somebody else's calling. Come on, somebody. We are living beneath our means. All because we don't want to accept the calling that God has given us. Woo! Man, I'm going to preach that thing. We want somebody else's calling. We saying, God, you ain't give me the right calling. That ain't what I want to do. I want to do what so-and-so doing. I want to have what so-and-so having. And God is saying, that ain't what I gave you. That ain't what I created you for. You want to be blessed, you're going to be blessed under my terms. And that's what mama said to Billy. You want these chips, you're going to get what I give you. I don't care what you want. You're going to take what I give you. And that's what God is saying to so many of us. I don't care what you want to do. In order for you to get the blessing that I got for you, you're going to do what I tell you to do. No, you don't want this calling, but it's the calling I got for you. You want somebody else's calling, but that ain't yours. So you will never reap the abundance of God. You will never reap the abundance of life that you're supposed to have. All because you don't want to accept the calling that God has for your life. Good God Almighty. Come on, Billy. Get up off the floor, Billy. Stop crying, Billy. Come on, Billy. Do something, Billy. It's time for you to make that change. God ain't playing with you. And you don't want to wait like Billy did. And make God count to 3 like mama did. 1, 2, 3. Because for some of us, when God get to 3, it's going to be your time is up. You ain't going to get the chance that Billy got to sit in that chair and cry. No, when God count to 3 on you, because he gave you enough years to get it together. 1, 2, 3. He's going to say your time is up. The blessing that I have for you, I gave it to somebody else. Yeah, people say all the time, oh, the blessing that God got for me is for me. Yeah, it's for you if you go after it. But if you sit there and you lay on that floor like Billy and you don't go after it, oh, the blessing that God had for you is going to the person that's willing. Come on, somebody. It's going to that willing vessel that God has. Man, come on, you got to be willing in this season. In this hour, I don't care how afraid you are, you got to be willing. I don't care how many times you messed up, you got to be willing. You got to be willing to do what you've never done before in order to get what you've never received before. One thing about it, the days are not going to stop coming. The hours are not going to stop coming. The seconds are not going to stop coming. The minutes are not going to stop coming. The years, the months are not going to stop coming. And what are you going to do? When are you going to get up off that floor and go to the next level? You can either take those years as they come and face your fears and accomplish some of the things that you know you're supposed to accomplish, or you can take those years as they come and accomplish nothing like you've been doing for the last 20 years. It's time for us to make preparations, y'all. It's time for us to try something new. Why is it important for you to make those preparations in private? Because God is going to elevate you to the next level in public. And all those people who are connected to you are counting on you. If you don't make the change, same generational curse, they're going to find themselves lying on the floor crying, afraid to try something new and go to that next level. What are you going to do, baby? It's all on you. Make that change. I'm out of here, y'all. Till next time, it's time to make some preparation. I'm out of here, y'all. Don't be Billy. Be like mama. Get that thing together. Know what you're trying to do and go for it. Y'all be blessed.